Hey everybody, welcome to welcome to Rango, starring Johnny Depp.
Oh.
He's a gecko in this one, or some kind of lizard. Oh. Well, I found a new way to sabotage this stream with this sound effect.
Oh no.
This wasn't supposed to happen, but it's happening. His victim is Nagi. No, that's you.
The victim's Nagito Komaeda.
Oh my god, he's only 143 pounds.
Skinny boy.
Yeah, dude. Blood type D. Oh wait, that's
oh. He's like, I don't think that's a thing.
Oh, you know, I don't think anything in this game's a thing. So.
Blood type D for Danganronpa.
Mm-hmm.
The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds in each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, he's Jesus. Shut the fuck up.
What a tragic situation.
No.
Just reading this makes me depressed.
Wrong. Is there something wrong with the Monokuma file?
Hmm? Again? But what's wrong with it? Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds in each of his thighs. Furthermore, laceration and knife.
Yep.
It's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. This is what investigations.
Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me worried, more worried than I should be.
We can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate. We should investigate first.
See?
If we don't, this won't be anything for us to discuss.
Well, I guess you're right. Then let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body.
Lots of boxes.
I should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can properly investigate Nagito's body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body.
But thousands upon thousands of fic writers wanted you to.
He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Well, he kinda did.
Yeah.
He kept asking people to kill him.
Wanted to end up like this.
Hey, there's blood on this Monokuma plushie. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach!
Oh my god.
Hey!
No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead.
Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at the factory?
If you're mistaking a plushie for me, there's something wrong with you.
You're a stuffed animal too.
Oh, Lord Larson.
Hello.
Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading.
What the heck?
What are you calling oversized garbage?
Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like he got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
Ah, dude, he's just a pervert.
I
had nothing to do with it.
Huh?
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monomi. But you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know.
I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end.
I can't lose.
I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma.
They're talking about all fans of anime.
Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. But I got a truth bullet.
Yay!
Never expected Nagito to die like this.
I figured, you know, he'd just, like, get shot.
Yeah. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, Dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation for now. For now, I need to investigate everything about the body that catches my eye. Well, let's
Where to start?
Let's start,
With his shoes.
with his shoes. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his leg are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie Nagito up, but they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing him.
Torture?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing.
Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagito. Refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that.
But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. Probably the reason the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound, and there's blood everywhere.
Super difficult.
Something strange.
Strange what?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced. Like, doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm.
Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered.
Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but
There's something else that's strange?
when you flip it over, look at the back of his hand.
Well,
Here, there's also blood only above the middle joint of each finger.
He was wearing fingerless gloves! You're right. Why is it only this part?
see?
See? It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win.
Yeah, sure. You win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel?
This knife, it must be from the military base.
Military base? Yeah, we know what military base Hajime. Ah, now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by the same knife. Thank you for the host, Lord Larson.
Thank you, Lord Larson. Which means, after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand.
it cannot be.
And then they finished him off with the spear.
How cruel.
Then, does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with a knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it?
The reason they had to use the spear, huh? He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered in duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over it doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered in duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me.
Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted next to Nagito's face. In one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. I'll put it right back away once I'm done investigating here.
Hey!
Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case... It's no use, she's not listening.
Hey.
Hey, how about the blood splatter on his face? There's no blood under the duct tape. What's wrong with that?
Well,
And the duct tape has crinkles like it was sticking towards the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth into the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that?
She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about?
I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach.
There's no way around it. Looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it.
Phew.
I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy, deliver the final blow with the spear.
Is this your first time looking at this too?
Of course not. This is the spear of Gungyr, right?
You definitely came up with that just now.
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did the spear come from? I feel like I saw it in Nezumi Castle. What? Nezumi Castle? I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice! Damn you all to hell!
I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle, it looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. I think that's everything?
You get it all?
Wait. Didn't do this one. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly-looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find the killer. Yeah, we've been playing the game! Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. What do you think? She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about the sprinkler.
That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
see?
Can you see that red streak?
That's pink.
No?
Huh? You're right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood?
Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line.
That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's very strange.
It's definitely strange. I should remember this. What do you think?
So just as I thought.
If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial. Then we can think about what will happen after.
One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way. It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh.
Like,
I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's gonna happen?
Huh? What's gonna happen?
that's obviously wrong.
This rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home.
Carefree till the end.
Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey,
What do you mean, something?
shut up, shut up!
He's making us kill each other, you know. What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown.
Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
Yeah, I know.
Then don't bring up strange stuff like that.
It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikan's. But it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? The time. It looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30. So it also has the clock function. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill! Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer! But this could be like that, this could be like when Nekomaru died. Killer could have used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious. Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to look for the bombs. Yeah, that's a problem.
Oh boy, what a pickle.
Ah, it's an oil lighter. This is where the curtain would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here...
Just kidding.
Ah, an oil lighter? Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
Is the most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
Which means?
So, using that, the curtains will set on fire.
Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some kind of trick with it?
You are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy the evidence by setting the warehouse on fire.
They caused a fire to destroy evidence? It's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to the crime scene, but... And I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to all the trouble of tying him with a rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So, what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out.
I'll save you the trouble. I did it, because I hate Nagito.
Oh.
Sorry. My bad.
Clark went into the game and killed him.
I mean, is that really surprising given how meta this game is?
I believe it.
Yeah.
Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside the warehouse first. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles, remnants of plastic, are scattered all over the place. This is probably... the fire grenades we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here I seem to recall... they should have been neatly put away.
Maybe we're the ones who made this mess?
Huh?
See?
Look, tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason the panel's tipped over is because...
I'll open it slowly.
It's not opening. Is something blocking the door?
Mighty kick.
So Akane did it.
Kane's a blackened.
Could it be? Was that it?
Well,
And there's something else I've been wondering.
hey.
The Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line.
They are a domino. Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line's the only one that's neat and orderly.
So,
Isn't this clearly strange?
Strange. That means we can speculate this was done intentionally. It's the dramatic music. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
It looks like that weird music was playing from here. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started.
Yeah, you're right.
Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. And there's no mistaking it. That music was playing from the MP3 player.
I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this?
To be spooky.
For dramatic effect.
For it to be spooky, though.
Maybe that's it. Oh.
No.
No.
Wrong.
What else is there to look at?
What about that back wall?
This is just the back of the warehouse where we were.
What about up? The sprinkler? Wait, what? Bottom right.
There are a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos.
Oh.
sprinklers completely soaked them.
Not poked him.
I can't even turn the pages anymore.
Oh.
Well, it's not like I'm missing much. All these CDs, they're all copies of Monokuma's music. These should have been burned too. I don't know what else to... I guess I could talk to people.
Didn't you talk to everyone already?
I did in the back room, but maybe they say different things here.
Oh, probably, huh? Looks like this side is completely soaked because of sprinklers. Even if there's an important clue here, we might not be able to notice it.
But it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put out the fire.
Hey, hey.
But there were a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing a grenade.
You're right.
I agree. If we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and become wet and soggy. Miss Sonia's all wet. She's all drenched and soggy. You were thinking that, huh?
Of course not.
I wasn't thinking it at all.
Say what?
Why were you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime.
You're screwing with me.
Yes.
Oh my, screwing? How lewd. I hate this game.
Hey.
Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second.
Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already.
Well, even though I did say I was gonna friggin' kill him,
Hey.
there's no way I would have actually done it. I was just upset, you know?
Well, think about the countdown. After we live through the class trial.
Looks like Sonia's focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. Now that we're pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute?
Yes, what is it?
I want to ask you. I want to talk to you about the fake bomb Nagito said in the warehouse.
Ah,
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right?
it is all.
Not the bomb! That's what you said. Why did you know the bombs were fake?
Well,
That's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching for the central island. Can't read today. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my. It cannot be.
do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus, shit, you son of a bitch.
Sonia?
I am sorry.
I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there.
Huh?
Well,
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So, I kept silent the whole time.
Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
that is.
As I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them in the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found.
And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered?
Please listen.
And because of that, I reached the conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought from the military base, which means they were fake bombs.
How did you find out the bombs at the military base were fake?
Because I attempted to use one of them.
What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would have a strong enough blast to open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin.
However, that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it all to hell!
I see. So That's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did
Manu's
Mommy
just
as
like
well. She was also
peeking out from
secretly
over
peeking
in the
at
corner.
bomb. Which means
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean that Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he said were real as well.
If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it.
With this, I have explained everything.
you have a minute.
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me.
You're right, I got it. Alright, pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Objection. You look worried.
Yeah, I am.
Well,
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range.
You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? You might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him.
I'm pretty sure that others have already finished investigating.
can you hear me?
Hey you guys, isn't it about time we leave this place to try to explore other areas?
In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree.
see.
I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems that we had the same idea.
But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. It's just enough of us. Besides, we've all investigated all we can here.
I guess you're right.
See?
Also, looks like clues we found aren't enough to piece them together. So we need to search for them in other areas, probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in areas either, we could give up completely.
You don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
Then it's okay if we leave this place? It's okay.
Alright, let's go elsewhere right after this quick break.